Have you ever been captivated by tales of buried treasure? Well, few places on Earth have a lore as captivating and enigmatic as Oak Island. Located off Nova Scotia's shores, this seemingly ordinary island has for centuries been the focal point of treasure hunters, historians, and the simply curious. What's hidden beneath its soil? Ancient artifacts, piles of gold, or perhaps the very pages of history waiting to be rewritten? The allure of Oak Island is not just in its concealed riches, but in the tantalizing stories and persistent mysteries that surround it. Dive in, dear viewer, and let's uncover what Rick and Marty Lagina discovered in their relentless pursuit of this island's secrets. Every grand adventure begins with a spark of curiosity, and for the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, this spark ignited in their childhood. While many kids dreamed of pirates and treasures, for the Laginas, this wasn't just a phase of juvenile fantasy. It was the budding passion that would chart the course of their lives. Growing up, the tales of Oak Island and its hidden treasures were not new. Stories of mysterious symbols, booby traps, and buried riches had been circulating for decades, if not centuries. For most, these stories remained just that, tales told around campfires or read in old books. But for Rick, the fascination was very real and palpable. When he was merely 10 years old, an event took place that would stoke the fires of his fascination. Young Rick stumbled upon a large granite boulder in Kingsford. Convinced that it concealed some hidden prize, he set about trying to unearth what lay inside. Though his attempts yielded nothing, the flame of curiosity was lit, never to be extinguished. But it wasn't just about the potential treasure for the Laginas, it was about the journey, the history, and the thrill of discovery. While some people were drawn to Oak Island by the promise of gold or jewels, Rick and Marty were enamored by its rich history and the layers of tales each dig could unveil. Tales of Marie Antoinette's treasure, speculations about Francis Bacon and Shakespeare's manuscripts being buried there, and the various artifacts hinting at the presence of ancient civilizations on the island painted a tapestry that was irresistible to the brothers. Yet, in the midst of their fervor, the world moved on. As they grew up, life brought its share of responsibilities. Careers, families, and the mundane rigors of daily life meant that their Oak Island dream had to be placed on a simmer. But, as anyone with a deep-seated passion would know, some dreams refuse to die. They linger, nudging at the corners of one's mind, waiting for the right moment to come alive once again. That moment came for the Lagina brothers when they decided to buy a significant portion of Oak Island tours. It was a bold move, a declaration to the world and to themselves that they were ready to dive deep into the mysteries of Oak Island. And dive deep they did, but not without the aid of some experienced hands. Their partnership with Dan Blankenship, a legendary figure who had worked on the island for over 5 decades, was a testament to their dedication. They weren't just two enthusiasts on a wild treasure hunt. They were serious, committed, and ready to rewrite history. Historically, Oak Island had witnessed countless explorers come and go. Each brought with them their own set of tools, many of which were cutting edge for their time. From hand-operated shovels and rudimentary drilling systems in the earlier years to more sophisticated machinery in recent decades, Oak Island saw it all. But with every new tool, the island seemed to throw up new challenges. Caverns would flood, holes would collapse, and what seemed like a breakthrough one moment turned into a setback the next. This is where the genius of the Lagina brothers came into play. With Marty's engineering background and Rick's tenacity, they were not just content to use available tools, they innovated. They brought in state-of-the-art drilling equipment, sonar technology, and advanced imaging systems. These tools allowed them to navigate the tricky terrains of Oak Island with a precision that was hitherto unseen. Ground-penetrating radars offered glimpses of what lay beneath, while diver-operated suction dredges cleared debris from the most challenging shafts. Each tool was a testament to their unwavering commitment to leave no stone unturned. However, even the most advanced tools are only as good as the hands that wield them. Recognizing this, the brothers assembled a team that was a blend of seasoned Oak Island veterans and new experts. Each member brought their own expertise, whether it was Gary Drayton with his knack for metal detecting, or the geologists who could read the very rocks and soil of the island like a storybook. This diverse team ensured a multifaceted approach to the search. Where one method failed, another would take its place, ensuring that the hunt never lost momentum. In their relentless search, what set Rick and Marty apart was not just the tools they employed or the team they assembled. It was their holistic approach, which combined respect for the past, enthusiasm for the present, and hope for the future. They were not just treasure hunters, they were custodians of a legacy, and every technique they employed was a nod to that responsibility. As the sun set on another day of exploration, the machinery would go silent, and the island would return to its mysterious quietude. But in the hearts and minds of the Lagina brothers and their team, the search was always alive, always burning with the promise of discovery. With their tools at the ready, their team at their side, and a wealth of techniques at their disposal, they pressed on, writing a new chapter in the enduring tale of Oak Island. The search for Oak Island's treasures, with its layers of myths, intricate booby traps, and shifting terrains, was always more than just a treasure hunt. It was a journey into history, a delve into the past where each discovery added depth and dimension to the unfolding story. Over the years, many artifacts were brought to light, each carrying with them a narrative that had the power to alter the trajectory of the quest. Among the first significant finds was a set of inscribed stones. While weather-worn and battered by time, the inscriptions they bore spoke of a time long gone, hinting at possible connections to ancient civilizations or secret societies. These stones became a beacon, suggesting that Oak Island's mysteries might stretch further back in time than initially believed. Their discovery spurred renewed enthusiasm, leading explorers to reconsider earlier theories and pushing them to look in directions previously unimagined. Then there was the revelation of the coconut fiber. Found deep in the money pit, this material was a conundrum. Coconut trees were not native to this region, suggesting that the fiber had been transported from far-off lands. This discovery hinted at an international dimension to Oak Island's past. Could it have been pirates from tropical territories, or traders from distant shores? The presence of this foreign material opened up a myriad of tantalizing possibilities, reshaping the narrative of the island's past. Perhaps the most emotion-laden discovery was the set of old coins. Spanning different eras and origins, these coins were silent witnesses to the many feet that had trod Oak Island's grounds. From ancient Roman coins to more recent Spanish doubloons, each piece held within it a tale of adventure, ambition, and perhaps even betrayal. For Rick, Marty, and their team, these coins were not just relics. They were proof that Oak Island had been a nexus of activity for centuries, drawing people from far and wide in search of its secrets. Another groundbreaking find was the ancient cross. Made of lead and bearing distinct carvings, it hinted at religious or ritualistic practices. Its discovery fueled speculations of Templar connections or other ancient sects having visited the island. The cross, with its weight of historical and spiritual significance, added another layer to Oak Island's multifaceted enigma. It made explorers ponder the true nature of the treasure they sought. Was it merely material wealth, or was there a deeper, more profound secret waiting to be unraveled? As the digs deepened and the explorations widened, the team also uncovered tools and implements that spoke of earlier excavation attempts. These tools, some primitive and others surprisingly sophisticated for their age, were testament to the enduring allure of Oak Island. They bore witness to the countless souls who, over the centuries, had been ensnared by the island's siren call, each hoping to be the one to finally unlock its mysteries. For Rick, Marty, and their dedicated team, Oak Island's true treasure was its history. The thrill lay in the chase, in the joy of discovery, in the exhilaration of connecting with the past. The artifacts, the coins, the tools, and the tunnels were not just remnants of a bygone era. They were tangible links to those who had come before, to the dreamers, adventurers, and seekers who had once, like them, been captivated by the island's enigmatic charm. As their quest continued, each discovery, big or small, became a beacon, guiding them deeper into the heart of Oak Island's mysteries. And while the final treasure, if it existed, remained elusive, the journey itself became the reward, rich with tales of the past and promises of discoveries yet to come. Oak Island, with its enigmatic allure and centuries-old legends, has been a focal point of treasure seekers for generations. While many of its finds have provided insight into the island's storied past, there are some artifacts that have stumped even the most seasoned of historians and archaeologists. These items, in all their perplexing glory, stand as testament to the island's ever-deepening mystery. One such find that remains shrouded in mystery is the bone fragments unearthed from deep within the money pit. The very presence of human remains so deep below the surface was a conundrum in itself. Whose remains were they? And what sequence of events led them to be buried so deep in this clandestine pit? These fragments ignited a whirlwind of theories, from secret burials to tragic accidents, but the true story remains obscured. Equally puzzling was the discovery of parchment video with legible inked letters. How had such a fragile material survived the tests of time and the island's damp conditions? The script, though limited in its content, hinted at documentation, perhaps of the treasure itself or a clue to its whereabouts. Some believed it could be part of a captain's log, while others theorized it was a fragment of a much older manuscript. Whatever its origin, the mere existence of such a relic deep within Oak Island's recesses added another layer to its intrigue. Among the most talked-about finds was a piece of pottery, a seemingly innocuous artifact, but its significance lay in its location and its possible age. Was this pottery a vestige of the original builders of the money pit, or did it belong to a previous unknown group of explorers? The piece, with its unique design and craftsmanship, was unlike anything found in the surrounding regions, pointing towards external influences and perhaps even transcontinental connections. Yet another bewildering find was the set of ancient ship's nails. These were not just any nails. Their design and composition suggested a craftsmanship that predated the known European presence in the region. Were they remnants of an ancient shipwreck, or did they signify a much older exploration of the island than previously thought? The implications of such a discovery were profound, hinting at a maritime history that could rewrite established narratives. A stone bearing unusual symbols was yet another discovery that baffled all. The markings, neither entirely hieroglyphic nor entirely runic, were a cryptic blend that defied easy interpretation. This stone became a canvas upon which many theories were painted, from ancient civilizations with knowledge of the New World to secret societies leaving behind coded messages. The stone, mute in its secrets, remained a tantalizing enigma, holding its tails close. The discovery of an old brooch with gemstones still intact was a find that added a touch of personal history to the island. Whom did it belong to? Was it a cherished possession lost during an expedition, or was it a deliberate placement to mark something significant? The brooch, beautiful in its antiquity, spoke of personal tales interwoven with the larger Oak Island narrative. Lastly, the presence of old wooden structures deep underwater near the island's shores was a discovery that threw many for a loop. Were they remnants of old wharfs, suggesting a bustling maritime activity? Or were they part of the intricate booby trap system that the island was infamous for? Their intricate construction and their strategic placement hinted at a level of planning and foresight that was staggering. Each of these baffling finds, while a treasure in its own right, was also a puzzle piece that didn't quite fit the prevailing theories about Oak Island. They challenged assumptions, ignited debates, and often raised more questions than they answered. But that was the essence of Oak Island, an ever-evolving riddle where every answer led to a deeper, more profound mystery. For seekers like Rick and Marty, these puzzling items were not roadblocks, but signposts, guiding them further down the rabbit hole of history and intrigue. They were reminders that Oak Island's secrets were vast and varied, and that every discovery, no matter how baffling, was a step closer to unraveling the grand tapestry of tales that the island had woven over centuries. Oak Island's tapestry of enigmas doesn't just enthrall treasure seekers and mystery enthusiasts. It also beckons historians and archaeologists to reconsider long-held beliefs about North America's early interactions with the rest of the world. The artifacts and structures found on this sliver of land, nestled in the North Atlantic, have the potential to change our understanding of pre-colonial maritime voyages, trade routes, and even ancient cultures. Central to this conversation is the island's suggestion of early European and possibly even non-European visits. The ancient ship nails, the design of the pottery, and the mysterious stone markings all hint at an interaction that predates the well-documented voyages of discovery. This sets a stage for a debate that perhaps the discovery of North America was not a singular event, but a culmination of multiple visits by various seafaring cultures over the millennia. Furthermore, Oak Island's discoveries, like the bone fragments and parchment video deep within the money pit, indicate a human presence and activity that were deliberate and significant. These weren't casual visits. The remains and artifacts suggest long-term stays, possibly even settlements. Such findings compel historians to entertain the idea of pre-Columbus settlements in North America by other global civilizations. The brooch's presence, with its intact gemstones, opens up discussions about trade and exchange. Jewelry has often been a sign of status, wealth, and connections. Could it be that Oak Island was part of a trade route, where goods, ideas, and people moved across continents? Such an idea would revolutionize our understanding of global trade dynamics long before the age of discovery. And then there's the perennial question. What was the purpose of Oak Island's intricate structures, tunnels, and pits? Was it purely for safeguarding treasure, or were there other motives? Some historians speculate that the island could have been a repository for knowledge, a safe haven for documents, artifacts, and items that were of immense historical and cultural importance. If this theory holds any water, then the implications are staggering. It means that Oak Island isn't just about treasure in the material sense, but perhaps a treasure trove of lost knowledge and history. Yet while Oak Island poses these tantalizing possibilities, it also offers a word of caution. History, as a discipline, thrives on evidence, corroboration, and context. Each find on the island, while intriguing, needs rigorous examination, verification, and contextual understanding. It's easy to get lost in the romance of rewriting history, but it's equally essential to tread this path with skepticism and a commitment to the truth. For now, Oak Island stands as a testament to the idea that history is not static. It's a fluid narrative, ever-evolving, shaped by new discoveries, interpretations, and perspectives. The island serves as a reminder that there are still places on Earth that hold secrets, which, when unveiled, have the power to challenge and change our understanding of the past. In this light, Oak Island isn't just a quest for treasure. It's a quest for understanding, for reimagining the annals of history, and for recognizing that the stories of our past are as complex, nuanced, and multifaceted as the intricate tunnels and traps that lie beneath the island's surface. The historical implications of Oak Island are profound, urging us to look beyond the known and delve into the captivating world of possibilities. Oak Island's enigmatic history has, over the years, intertwined with legendary figures and groups. Tales of buried treasure, hidden relics, and secret passages have fueled speculations linking the island with some of the most storied names in history. From the beleaguered Marie Antoinette to the enigmatic Templars and the intrepid Vikings, the legends surrounding these figures only deepen the island's allure. Marie Antoinette, the last queen of France before the French Revolution, is often associated with opulence and excess. As the revolution gripped France, tales of the queen's desperate attempt to safeguard her wealth began to emerge. Some believe that a part of this fortune found its way to the New World. As the story goes, her jewels and gold, under the cover of night and secrecy, were shipped across the Atlantic, destined to be hidden away from revolutionary fervor. Oak Island, with its myriad of traps and tunnels, became a prime candidate for such a clandestine operation. The theory posits that her loyalists, aiming to one day retrieve the treasure and restore the monarchy, chose the island for its seclusion and defensibility. The presence of precious gemstones and intricate jewelry on the island has only fueled this legend. However, as enticing as it sounds, concrete evidence linking the Queen to Oak Island remains elusive. In the chase for Oak Island's secrets, it's natural to gravitate towards the grand narratives, to weave a tapestry that binds the island's mysteries to legends that have captivated humanity for centuries. Marie Antoinette's tragic end, the Templars' enigmatic history, and the Vikings' exploration prowess offer tantalizing backdrops against which the Oak Island saga can play out. However, as with all legends, a discerning eye is essential. It's crucial to sift through the layers of hearsay, speculation, and romanticization to arrive at the truth. Oak Island's true story might be intertwined with one, all, or none of these legends. It might even hold a narrative far more profound and unexpected than any legend can offer. But therein lies the island's most significant gift. It's not just about the tangible treasures that might lie buried deep within its bosom. It's about the journey of discovery, the thrill of the chase, and the stories that emerge along the way. Whether chasing the lost jewels of a queen, the sacred relics of warrior monks, or the remnants of seafaring Norsemen, Oak Island reminds us that sometimes the quest is as significant, if not more so, than the treasure at its end. In the unfolding drama of Oak Island's enigma, the constant tug-of-war between nature's obstinacy and human perseverance has been a spectacle to behold. Over the centuries, as each generation tried its hand at unraveling the island's secrets, they have been met with a labyrinth of challenges. However, in recent times, the scales seem to be tipping. The combined might of technological advancement and dogged determination has reignited hopes of finally cracking the Oak Island code. Our age, often dubbed the technological renaissance, has armed treasure hunters with tools their predecessors could only dream of. High-resolution, ground-penetrating radar, sophisticated underwater drones, and advanced metal detectors have transformed the search from a game of blind man's bluff to a more precise, strategic pursuit. These tools, coupled with scientific methods of dating and analysis, offer a fresh lens to revisit old findings and probe new ones. Ground-penetrating radar, in particular, has revolutionized the hunt. It allows searchers to see below the ground, revealing anomalies or man-made structures without the need for invasive digging. With this technology, several previously unknown voids and potential tunnels have been detected, providing new leads and reigniting the interest in known areas. The waters surrounding Oak Island, murky and reluctant witnesses to its history, have now become more accessible thanks to the advent of underwater drones. These remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, can dive deeper and stay submerged longer than human divers, capturing high-definition footage of the ocean floor. Recent explorations using ROVs have unveiled potential shipwrecks and underwater artifacts, hinting at the maritime activities that once graced the island's shores. While these discoveries are tantalizing, they also deepen the enigma. Each artifact, each new hint seems to raise more questions than it answers. Who were these early European visitors? Were they explorers, refugees, or treasure bearers? How did they engineer such intricate tunnels and traps with the technology of their time? And most crucially, what were they trying to protect so fervently? In this modern chapter of the Oak Island saga, what stands out is the harmonious blend of reverence for the past and enthusiasm for the future. The latest technologies are not just tools, but bridges, connecting the modern-day hunter to the architects of the island's mysteries. There's an unspoken dialogue between the two, a mutual nod of respect. The Oak Island mystery has always been a mosaic of human emotions: hope, greed, curiosity, and obsession. But today, as the treasure hunters stand on the cusp of potential breakthroughs, there's an added layer of humility. In the face of nature's enigmatic canvas and the genius of bygone eras, the modern seeker realizes that the journey is not just about finding treasures, but about understanding our shared heritage, our insatiable curiosity, and our timeless quest for the unknown. The modern-day hunt on Oak Island, bolstered by technology and guided by history, continues to be a testament to humanity's eternal spirit of exploration. The narrative of Oak Island has long been entwined with the allure of hidden treasure. a siren call that has beckoned many over the centuries. But beyond the legends of gold and gems, another kind of treasure has emerged in recent times: the lucrative business opportunities associated with the hunt. As the lines between history, entertainment, and commerce blur, Oak Island has evolved into not just a site of archaeological intrigue, but also a profitable venture. The narrative of any treasure hunt is inherently gripping. It's a blend of mystery, history, and the human spirit's indefatigable drive. Recognizing the innate appeal, entrepreneurs and television producers have smartly woven the Oak Island story into a fabric of documentaries, series, and merchandising, bringing the island's allure to living rooms worldwide. The popular television series chronicling the search, for example, has been instrumental in transforming Oak Island from a local legend to an international phenomenon. With millions tuning in every week, eager to be part of the latest discovery, the advertising revenue alone has been a goldmine. Then there's the island itself. As the word spread and intrigue deepened, Oak Island saw a surge in tourism. People from various corners of the world began pouring in, eager to tread the same grounds where treasure hunters of yore once walked. This influx led to the development of guided tours, souvenir shops, and themed events. Hotels, bed and breakfasts, and restaurants in the vicinity benefited from the increased footfall. The local economy, which once revolved around traditional industries, found a renewed vigor in the tales of buried treasure. The sale of memorabilia, too, became a significant revenue stream. T-shirts, hats, and books with the emblematic Oak Island designs flew off the shelves. Replicas of discovered artifacts, especially the more mysterious ones, found eager buyers. Enthusiasts sought them as a piece of the legend, a tangible connection to the centuries-old enigma.